Hello everyone, my name is Genevieve Noel and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, this channel surrounds my 2021 goals and me reaching them. And in today's video, we're going to update those goals because a lot has happened.
And the only heartache that I ever faced was a need of fortune and a dream of fame. I took those empty feelings and turned them into love. It cheats time. It's the eye in the storm of the universe. I got mine. Where do you think that you will find your
So I am currently working on editing some of my videos right now. And I know that it's taken me a really long time to get back into this, but it hasn't really been so much hard to adjust to having a new baby, but it has been hard to do things with having him around just because he constantly needs to be held or eating. And during the day, he rarely sleeps on his own, although right now he is pretty satisfied in his rocker, and then his auntie's gonna hang out with him until he can't stand her anymore. Not that she's bad, that's not what I mean. But anyway, so I'm getting stuff done. I just got a video done. I'm gonna get a second video done here. And while I was waiting, I kind of wanted to talk about and update my goals. And by update my goals, I mean talk about what's happened with them, because a couple of things have happened. So first of all, I want to address, I know you probably saw this video already, but if you haven't, go and check it out. It is my birth story video, and that covers my successful birth center birth. And as you see in that video, it was kind of close to not being very successful, but you know what? That's neither here nor there. We are a success, and that's what is important. Everyone's healthy and happy. So goal number 2 is complete, and I'm really happy about that. So I was like, I need to update that because it will be reflected on my little list on the bottom of all my videos in the description box. Next thing that I want to talk about is monthly craft and wine night. We have had a craft night for January and for February, so far it's successful. March is going to be scheduled. I'm going to be scheduling it probably later tonight, but right now it is pretty much scheduled, so it'll just be confirming everything, whatever. Anyway, that's going really well so far, and I'm really happy about that one. In March, we're going to be making blankets and watching a movie, doing some popcorn and stuff, so pretty excited about that. The next one that I want to talk about is to be debt-free. This one is also coupled with goal 8, so 7 and 8. I'm talking about buy a new car. So we had an issue with my car, well, our car, but it was previously my car. It just wasn't worth paying them to fix it, but we needed a car right away. So Gregory and I bought a new car. So I will give you a tour of that a little later on in this video. But along with that, we also have transferred one of our debts. So we had credit card debt that I've mentioned a couple of times here and there, but we took out a personal loan through some family members that will just be paying back plus interest, of course, but it's a little bit easier. We worked out kind of this payment schedule, and if we aren't putting as much money to them right away, we can pay them off sooner and, you know, in more larger increments later. We've also talked about our budget a lot, so we're this much closer to being debt-free. Granted, the car loan, you know, I'm not including in that because obviously I know that that's going to last 42 months until, you know, all of our other stuff gets paid off and we have the savings that we want, and then we can pay that off faster. But everything else, we're starting to get a roll on it. We've got a handle on what we need. And then again with this is the finding my passion in terms of a job. I have been doing lots of things here and there. I've been working for a company doing product descriptions. I've had my insurance job that I'm still on maternity leave from. I did some work for a friend, just a couple of like odds and ends type of things that I could do on my computer at home. Another thing that I have been considering, a friend of mine needs some childcare, and since I'm home during the day, it's perfectly between the hours that Gregory is not home because he's working. And so I am hopefully going to be able to help her out and, you know, get a little extra income from that. I love kids, as you can tell. I really enjoy watching kids. I used to babysit all the time, so doing it a little bit more full-time would be super nice, and I'm very excited for that opportunity. So another goal that I want to touch on is to amp up my YouTube videos. I've actually been going in the opposite direction lately, and I am so sorry. It's been just a lot of adjusting and trying to get him to a good spot, right? But as he's getting older now, he's a little bit more content in between eating and doesn't just wake up, need a diaper change, and then immediately need to eat again or go back to sleep. Sometimes he doesn't need to be held while he's sleeping. It's just hit or miss. So we're trying to find the routine, trying to get into a good state with that. So we're just doing what we got to do. Building my spiritual relationship, for those of you who don't know, it is currently Lent right now. So for Catholics, that means a lot of things. For Christians, it does as well. But it's the season before Easter. And as one of the things that I'm doing to help build my spiritual relationship is reading the Bible, not only myself, but with my husband. This is something that I wanted to do for my marriage, just in general, and I wanted to start a while back, but simply wasn't able to just because we didn't commit to it the way that we should have. We are finally really, like with Lent, you either give something up, you add something to your routine, you do something to think about just your spiritual life and to help you grow. And so my husband and I have started reading the Bible together every day as well, which has kind of been our thing that we're doing for Lent, and we're going to hopefully continue on after that, but it's just a really good way to start a habit, because if you can do something for 40 days, you can just continue it on every day after that. I'm really excited about that. Number 14, the budget and give freely. I kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, but we kind of have built this budget that we've been working on ever since the whole car fiasco. And we're just trying to settle into that a little bit better right now. But we are doing a pretty good job of staying on our budget as far as I know. So I'm hoping that this year we'll be able to actually give a lot more. And I'm looking forward to that. And then number 15 is the other one I want to touch on. Worry less. There are so many things to worry about financially, just in the world, not being able to go out and do anything, and figuring out what I'm going to do and his schedule and all that stuff, but just letting it go and cuddling him and holding him and thinking about the things that really matter, like my family and all that jazz, and just being thankful for the opportunities that we do have, like the ability to have family members to help us out financially, and the ability to get a car when we needed one, when, you know, some people couldn't, especially not, you know, a new one. Like, we could get a newer car, which is really nice. So I've been able to worry less, and it's felt really good. I haven't had any mental breakdowns yet this year, which 2 months in is pretty okay. So I'm hoping that'll continue. We're gonna go and look at the car now.
Okay, everybody, this is the new car.
guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can get notifications for when more videos come out. I really appreciate you guys being here through my long absence. I do know that that's kind of annoying for a lot of people, but I appreciate those of you who have stuck around. And if you didn't, no hard feelings. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Love, Genevieve.